currently in the vlog I did earlier in the live stream. So thank you so much for your support. We are almost reaching the watch hours. We are waiting for about 16 hours, and I really bank on you guys, friends, comrades, and the audience in the house. Keep watching. I really appreciate the latest hours you've given me big time. And I encourage you to keep watching. As I said, if you really don't want me to do reaction, keep watching the vlogs and classes, and I'll know that that is the niche that really has the mullah. Because these things, of course, we do for mullah. Though some of us, even if there is more mullah in just praising and worshipping Dimwango and maybe David Jr. and all those, it is so difficult for us to open our mouth and just do that. And we've taken a very difficult decision to do the reaction where we have to critique. And sometimes it's a very narrow and lonely trodden road, a road not taken by many. So welcome this night. I'm starting very late, but I'm hoping that for those who will be able to watch, welcome and thank you so much for coming here. So today I was in an event. Of course, we were welcoming some babies. It's called, we call it what? It's not baby shower because they're already born. So it's kind of baby catching plus more. And so the whole day from around 11 up to around 5, I was in that event and it was really good. We had a lot of food, we had a lot of dances and all that. And of course, I'll be posting that on the premiere for tomorrow as we go by with our vlogs. Of course, expect another vlog tomorrow on a live stream and more in the house. It is a holiday and we really have opened the door for the holiday when it says knock, 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 and we say welcome with our open hands. So feel free and watch us all the time. So where do we begin? I don't even know where to begin, but I'll start somewhere anyway, okay? So just expect us to talk about what is around. And we're not just talking about it. You've seen me on the live streams talking about these things, and some people come here and say, shut up. If only they were listening, something would not have happened. You know, even when a child is sick, before you settle down, you have to really take care of that child. Kelly Sharp, welcome. Hi. I'm so appreciative you are here during this time, and I thank you. We are remaining with around 16 hours to reach our watch hours, and I just pray and hope that we will keep pushing it to get there and possibly vibing all the time. So guys, today in the house there was very sad news about the death of RIO. And when RIO was infected, we tried to talk on our reactions, but who is MArWA? MArWA will never listen. He just deals with negligence. Is it negligence? Or is it know-it-all? Or is it, I don't know. I just can't know where to place him. Because when we just saw the day he was saying RIO is limping, I think most of us did reactions reminding him that it's important he brings an expert to deal with the horse. And also we began to say that horses are supposed to have specific shoes on their feet so that they don't go around walking in the village without the shoes. But MArWA and Rocio will never listen. As far as it's not a donation, just keep it to yourself. That's what they'll say. So it has been a sad moment. Of course, RIO has joined the sister who died earlier, Masita or something like that. Now, MArWA has come on the streets crying, and giving his last words, saying that he bought the horse at 1 million. How can I buy something at 1 million shillings and just be reckless about it? Now, I'm just imagining we have a Palosa, and there is another horse. He talked about 2 species. They are coming all the way from South Africa. And he has punished those horses that are using the road trip. Can you imagine walking all the way from South Africa? He said the other day they have now approached East Africa, and in 2 weeks they'll be in Kenya. And then to Nyabohanse, I was like, sorry, Apalosa, because it is the beginning of your suffering. It is the beginning of your suffering, because the shepherd, when you're dealing with sheep, we talk about shepherd and the sheep. But I don't know how to call the owner of horses. Maro himself came to the street telling us that he can teach us more. I'm waiting. What will he tell us? What exactly happened to Rio? Because when Rio began to limp, we told him it is a possible infection that has attacked the legs and he needs to have an expert, a veteran to handle it. But we've not seen much. We've not seen much till Rio's death. All we could see, he was struggling to buy some little hay that is not enough, because what I know, animals like camels and horses, from the little agriculture I did in high school, you are supposed to have enough food. They are heavy feeders. These are heavy feeders, and you don't underfeed them. And the other day I just did a reaction comparing the horses in Poland, the ones Dimwango had seen on the streets and was really admiring and saying, wow, wow, and posing and taking pictures and pictures. Then I'm now comparing to the horses in MArWA's compound. I'm like, no, it's a raw deal, actually, a very raw deal. And if he's bringing a Polasa and he's buying land, he also needs to really buy a good environment for the horses. And that environment can only come if he brings an expert. Let him not pretend that he's an expert who now knows how to handle horses. No. For example, currently, I'm into teaching more. If I start for something to do with agriculture, though I've done agriculture, I know things to do with poultry. I'm currently rearing some few poultry. But if I begin serious poultry farming, I must always consult with experts. I'll always have to bring these experts even to my farm, and I'll have to follow the steps of those advising me. Even though I'll not take advices from the online, I'll not take all the advices I hear from online, but some of them are very important. Those who critique me are also very important, because what I can assure you, Team MArWA only go and say, you are doing the best. Even if he's walking naked, they'll say you are in the best suit. And those are not helping him. They are not. Because if you keep telling the king that you are in the best suit when he's naked, are you really helping him? When you are seeing the king is messing big time and you are not pointing out that, are you helping? So that is what Team MArWA does. They just say, yeah, I love your family. You are the king, and the queen is very fine in the palace, How I like your horses. But they don't see these mistakes and point out. So we as reactors, we come out on the street and say, no, you are not doing well, MArWA. Look at Rio. Why is Rio limping? Can you get an expert? They don't like it. When they hear it, it's like they would wish they close or flag down your YouTube channel. But anybody who has sense, when somebody talks, I've seen other people like Oga, Obina, Demo, Facebook, and many other people. When they hear reactors, some of them watchers, Wilberforce and all that. By the way, we do reactions on so many people. And some of them watch us, and you'll hear them commenting, I think I learned this from someone who, who gave a reaction. I've seen even somebody like Ogobina. We have Trudy, and we have many other people who react and critique them. And they have never refused to have those people pointing the camera at their faces. When they come to them and they say, Obina, I heard this and this and this, they say, all right, but get the side of my story. But when you come to Rocio, you come to Dimwango, you come to David Jr., you come to MArWA, they don't want to hear anybody who says what they think is negative. And I'm like, what is negative? Because whatever you may think is negative is just critique. Critique that is supposed to add value to whatever you're doing. Because all of us are never perfect. I may be doing my hair like this, but then you feel like there is a way I should do it. And when you tell me, when I go to my salonist, I should say, I think I heard this and this and this. How about it? Then I try it. Maybe it will be the best for me. I might be using some oil that is not good for my skin. and somebody says, you need this for your skin, then I go to somebody who is an expert in skin maintenance and I ask them, what about this? But then whenever you hear people who are talking, then you just say they are haters, they are failures, they sit in their small corners, they sit on their stools, and such kind of comments. They don't add anything to you as a big YouTuber. Because what I believe is that if MArWA listens, if MArWA or Dimango or Debbie Jr. listen to some of these reactors, they'll become the most affluent people in Kenya. Not just in Kenya, in fact, even in East Africa and Africa. However, if they continue ignoring what people say, I don't think, even if they're earning a lot of money, that money will go to a waste. Can you imagine? Dimango going to Poland, and even before he left, some people had her communicate with the boyfriend on the phone call, planning to go and paint the house of, I don't know where they would stay with the boyfriend, or is it their house itself? I am not so sure. Now, yesterday in one of the videos, if you watch, she was telling us, this was my idea. I did the painting and I don't want this wood here. We might maybe remove it. Also, when it comes to the coop, that is the chicken house we are going to renovate. I was like, are you serious? You are struggling to do your house, literally. Struggling to do your house in Africa. You are asking people for a bag of cement, a bag or two of cement, but you are able to go to Poland and renovate a house. My goodness. So, my good people, let's start with the reactions, the videos right here. Let's listen to her to say about Rio. She says the hardest goodbye. I'm like, but you began seeing Rio's health going down. What exactly did you do? As someone who loves Rio, what did you do? So let's just see this.
For me, didn't feel normal. For me, I feel like he was in pain, and yes, indeed, after that, he started to show this issue with his leg again, and he received some medication, some injections with the veterinary and things like that, but he wasn't really getting so much better. So of course he was resting. He was only like just grazing around and not doing any work. And then the fact that he was not getting better, the veterinary recommended that we let him stay in the stable, and we feed him so he doesn't have to be walking and grazing. So for that reason, we bought some hay. So he started to eat hay.
Okay.
And I feel that he had a very abrupt change in his diet, from just eating the regular grass here to...
So according to Rocio, the problem Rio got was eating hay? Like seriously? What the hell are you saying? Because even if you bought hay, you would also have brought the green grass around. If you really have an expert veterinary, what am I saying? You would have had a changeover that is moderate, slow. You would have had progress change in the feeding of Rio. You would have brought green grass. You can still have people cutting green grass, safe green grass for the horse. Then, with the time you introduce hay slowly, you can tell us that hay was the problem, Rocio. What an ignorant response here. Why the riverside again? She's doing her hardest goodbye from the river.
Plus the stress for his pain and what he was going through, plus the stress of suddenly being locked when he's used to be free. And so yesterday he started to show symptoms of colics, and they were colleagues indeed. And today we are mourning him. I knew that the main cause of death in horses are colics. So I have read before about it, how to avoid it and things like that, and I never thought it never crossed my mind that it was going to happen with that. Like, it was so unfair that we tried to take care of him. We tried to do something to help him heal, and it ended up in the worst way.
Now, Rocio says here that she began to see the colics after a moment of stress. How else? I am not really understanding this. The other day, MArWA was telling us that he has really learned so much about horses. He now understands the variety of horses, how they should be taken care of, where they should be. Now, I don't understand how he never knew that if horses have been free always, and now they are put in a staple, that if they have always eaten freely, free range, and they are now restrained in some position to eat hay, that if they are under treatment, they need a special care. Because I saw somebody talking about the aspect of the shoes for the horses, and again the fact that they need a covering, like horses should not be exposed to so much cold because of pneumonia and such diseases. Is she aware? I'm not hearing her say such things. She's only talking of stress, that RIO got stressed because he was used to moving free, and now he was tied into the staple, that he also had the change of food, that he had a lot of medication. And I'm like, are you sure that veterinary was an expert? I'm really doubting that. I really doubt, because if you feel like those colics came after stress and after change of food and after change of environment, a real expert would not allow it to happen. They wouldn't, okay? So Rocio comes out wailing, crying by the river, and I'm like, lady, just style up, because the rest of the horses are coming. It's not bad to wail or mourn the death of RIO, but then can you have dignity so that you are planning on how to take care of a Palosa? Because currently people are now beginning to feel like these two people don't really have the expert and ability to take care of animals, especially horses. Yet they are bringing other horses from South Africa to Africa. And I don't know, those people who freely donate these kind of animals to them, are they very keen to look at how these two people take care of animals? Or is it just the aspect of, honorary, yeah, I love horses. Then it comes out in a certain way. Of course, we remember the first time that they began to complain about RIO. Rocio had gone and had a ride, a very tiresome ride with RIO. You remember the last time? RIO. She was on the back of the horse for so many hours. And MArWA had complained that Rocio is not serious because she's not taking exercises serious. Now you see what they have brought to the horse. I just don't understand. Anyway, let's listen to more that she will say, and we go check on MArWA also.
I felt so useless that I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to react. I didn't know anything. Nobody knew anything. Even the vet couldn't help.
All right, guys, you've seen her morning and morning. I wish How I wish that instead of coming to mourn, she would have done better before. And I think it's a moment actually to reflect upon themselves if they really qualify to look after horses or if they are forcing issues. You know, sometimes you can just force issues because now people, subscribers are telling you, yeah, you are the good, you really take care of horses in the best way. You really are good with the horses. But in reality, deep within you, you know that you are not able to take care of the horses. So they should take a moment of meditation and ask themselves, are they really the best owners of horses? Can they? I remember recently I saw comments, people telling them that you should not consider horses because you don't have the resources that are worth for the horses. You don't have expertise and all that. But now, just as obvious, possibly I doubt whether they looked at that comment positively. You know, they possibly may not have looked at such comments positively. Anyway, what more does she say before we get to Maru?
I had other plans, but life had other plans for me. I'm in the river. I really feel it could have been avoided. That's why I feel so useless. What I was saying is that when it comes to having horses in this area where nobody has ever had contacts with horses or the majority, it's like the care for them in terms of health, like veterinaries and any other type of stories, like we were actually trying to
Oh, Very says, will Mara really ever marry her? I don't know, because she says herself she is feeling useless. How do you come out to say of yourself like that? Now you see yesterday what she did, screaming on the on the cobra. How do you come about scream to your husband on a video you're recording and make him hear, be heard internationally that he's just useless? Like yesterday, I felt very sorry for MArWA when Rocio went shouting and said, I'm clearly telling you I'll not do that. I was like, why can't you put off that cobra first? Then you deal with the situation. Because if I'm doing a video actually and I feel like I shouldn't, either you mute the voice and talk offside or something like that. But then she went out to yell about the beds and painting. And we have seen her. When they were going to check on beds, she was like, I don't like this color. Even in the villa, she was checking on the beds and she was saying she doesn't like certain bed because it's just off, you know. So that kind of communication, I don't just know. But recently we had Maro pointing about wedding. From the time he was in Kilifi, I think he mentioned wedding 3 times while in Kilifi. He mentioned also when he was in Watamu, he saw some scenery and he said, this one is good for wedding. And I'm like, maybe even the coming of Louis and the 2 sisters, why? Maybe there's a wedding planned ahead. Who knows? Kelly Sharp says she seems like she didn't know how to care for the horses the right way. Of course, that is what she's manifesting. She has said that care, she doesn't know. You know, she just loves horses the way I would love a plane that my father has never had. The way I would love a plane and maybe I get someone who can buy it in my family. So if you really want to take good care of something you've never had in life, you need experts. But experts are paid good money. Is MArWA and Rocio ready to do that? Because if she really has love for horses, if MArWA is not doing it, why can't she also commit to spending money for an expert, you know? Like I feel this guy they have, He's not such an expert. He's just someone, if people look at you on social media and realize you have money, they would come and pretend they know much about something when they are not really into it. Yeah, I accept that he's a trainer, but is he an expert in taking care of horses? I don't think so. And therefore, it means that when MArWA is when he's importing horses, he should as well import manpower. Why are they expecting villagers who have never dealt with horses to take care of those horses? You cannot expect villagers who have always been taking care of cows and goats and sheep to come and take care of a horse or a camel. For example, in Kenya, if I rear camels, I would have to get somebody from northeastern. The Somalis from northeastern. If I'm dealing with a certain variety of cows that have never been where I am, I'll bring a Maasai from those regions if I bought cattle that comes from Kajiado. If I bring some variety of pigs from Uganda, then I need to get an expert from Uganda also. So I see her crying there, but I'm saying, lady, just shape up, because more horses are coming, and you are the one who actually encouraged MArWA to love horses. So can you get the right information? You can sit down and research. These people don't have jobs like us who are busy going to work, then we create time for content. No. Benjamin Stapleton, welcome. Yeah, so these people are normally free. Like I can imagine if I didn't have a job and YouTube is paying me very well and I'm only doing like 3 videos a day or 4. Why wouldn't I have time to research? I research on something I'm doing actually. It's so sad. It's so sad that Rio had to lose his life. And I don't know. I just don't know whether they are qualified to take care of the Palosa that is coming from South Africa. Anyway, she's saying she feels useless, that she didn't have what to do, and this environment doesn't have experts. Of course, they know that.
Maybe he needed a scan. We were discussing how to scan his leg.
Discussing. You begin discussing an animal when you are not actually expert in it. Scanning should have done the first day.
Because it's in moments like this when you want someone that you can just call and tell him, come quickly, I need you. It's very hard. It's very hard. Malaika, you're the most detached here. Rio will be crying for you. The way he used to cry every day and stand there waiting for you every time that we would go for a small 20 minutes walk. He would be standing there with Onyx and waiting for you.
So she had to attach this video when she was riding Rio. So in the morning moment, she actually had to show that day when she was riding Rio so much that day. The last moment before he came back and he had a very serious leg experience. MArWA also has mourned this, but I'm not so sure about the moments. I don't want to really take a lot of time on this. But MArWA also talked about the horse and showed even a picture. If I don't find it, just forgive me. But I think so many people have already done. I've not watched anybody because today I was so busy. But I think at some point, I don't know whether it's the same video of a special day for my sister or any other. But he came out to mourn Rio. And I was like, this should be a moment you people should actually be serious about the horses. Be serious. You cannot be a serious farmer without serious facts and knowledge. Be serious about this. Anyway, let's see this.
So you're gonna fix it. It has a fault there. See this?
Yeah, they don't like to spend money. But I don't know why you would be earning a lot of money and you don't want to spend. Why? If if people are donating towards your projects, people are willing to help you in your projects, you are also earning on YouTube, why wouldn't you spend your money? Because they always remind us that we'll just die and leave these things here. If we will die and leave these things here, why don't you spend it now? Peter Wekesa, welcome in the house. Thank you so much for showing up. Yeah, why do they always remind us, the subscribers or those people who are watching them, that these things, you will just leave them here? You have to enjoy. So what is to enjoy if you cannot spend on your animals? For example, you are doing animal husbandry, we call it in Kenya. It's a topic, animal husbandry. You are supposed to take care of treatment, checkups, that is. You are supposed to feed them properly and everything, hygiene, even where they sleep. Yeah, even where they sleep. I've even researched, or rather I went to some farm and watched pigs. If you have checked on my vlogs, I was checking on pigs, because that is one of the projects I really want to do. I also have geese, and whenever I hear anything to do with my geese being unwell, even one day, I struggle to buy medicine, take care of them, make sure that I feed them and all that. And that is typically what we expect of a farmer. You cannot be a serious farmer, but at the same time you are ignoring. And when it comes to animals, sometimes you have to go at that expense. Just like when you have a Mercedes Benz, when it has a problem, you cannot ignore and consider a cheap engineer. They don't even spend on their child. I saw the other day, and I saw him celebrating that somebody has finally done for the staircase. I'm like, okay, so you exposed your child on the staircase, then now someone has contributed and you come to clap your hands on your live stream? Just watch out as a father. Watch out, because I don't like those kind of things they do, you know. So MArWA came up here. He was telling us that I don't know, the battery of the solar has a problem. Then he said it's good. You know, I found it so funny. He said the battery of the solar is having a problem, but it's good so that it can be repaired. I was like, what are you saying? Just like he said, the storm was disaster, but it came handy so that he can have new solars. I'm like, okay, so this is the trick. Just listen to that.
Breaker, you know, a breaker, that breaker, where our job would be turning it down and on, and it starts. But now it has not been fixed. So now you have to break it manually. That is the trick. Yes. Hey, guys, what's up? I'm here with Benson. Actually, one of you. His name is Real Change. Thank you so much, Papa. These boys, I feel like giving them something after the end of this.
Hey.
Today, we bought new land yesterday. You saw my video end with that, but I will come and show you more. For now, let me cruise like this and go to my beautiful villa.
Okay.
Anyway, guys, we are building Africa on a very serious
note.
Also, high speed.
Okay.
We are like the Chinese. You know, they build very quickly.
Chinese build standard. MArWA is saying that in Nyabohanse, the YouTubers right there are building Africa and very quick. Because according to him, they are like the Chinese. I'm like, Chinese people did this railway from Mombasa to Nairobi. They also did the Thika Road. They have done Mombasa Road. Do they do the kind of construction that is happening in Nyabohanse? You construct today, tomorrow you are demolishing some things, you are renovating, you are complaining. The Chinese don't do that. Please, do not ruin their name. Do not. Even if we say things from China are fake, I don't believe all of them are. Maybe just some. Okay? So MArWA, do not say you are Chinese.
I'm happy that I want to involve myself in that. or I'm happy that I involved myself in that.
In construction,
Some
like
thou-
Chinese.
Tens of thousands of USD.
Okay.
Even right now, the price is not in Kenyan shilling. People have changed to USD.
Okay.
The economy, I don't know if it's booming or it's doing what.
It's booming in Nyabohanse because you get free donations, you get money from Europe and America. So how can you refer to money in Kenyan amount when you're receiving money from US, Germany, UK every now and then? You normally refer to USD because most of the donors who give you money, they give in that form. But we in other regions in Kenya, we don't talk about dollars. I begin by thinking about Kenyan money before I can actually come out to think about, USD. I even have to calculate in my mind before I can say it here. So MArWA is saying that now currently the economy is booming. So any money in Kenya is being referred to in dollars. That's a lie. White lie.
Before I go there, let me go see Uncle Mo.
Okay.
Before I go see what is going on.
Okay, let's skip some parts.
Tungeweka ijae hapo. Hapo sasa ndio kuna pressure hapo. Tunaona ile imeleta. So Uncle Mo is telling me it's a way you have to do for it to function. But this is a serious machine, Uncle Mo.
A serious machine that is not working functionally.
Towards the boundary. I gave in 6 feet from the way up to here. You see there's a tunnel here.
Okay.
I get here for what to come to the clay, but this land and that land. Okay. Then, as days go by, I'll bring you here for fishing. So there will be a day for fishing. And actually, when we fish, we're going to be eating the same fishes right somewhere there in the river. We can cook, we can do whatever we want.
Okay.
What a fantastic idea. Oh my God. And for you to fish my fish, $200.
Okay.
What do you think? Fishing activity, $200 because I have to stock the fish. I also have to feed the fish. So you come just to luxury in the village. As you enjoy, you just
My
fish.
goodness.
And the same fish you are fishing.
MArWA, I can't understand you. MArWA complains about feeding the in-laws. He said that, Mugeni, you are only a visitor day 1 or 2, but day 3 you begin eating like the normal person. He also shared that the visitors will just eat normal food. But he's here talking about people will get to the villa and a fishing activity. For you to go and experience fishing activity, you have to pay 200 USD. 200 USD for you to experience fishing when people can go along the rivers in Kenya and fish for free. As long as you have your net and whatever. This is very funny. Very funny. But anyway, donatos are donatos. They'll still come to Nyabohanse and go to fish and pay that. So I have found this very funny. MArWA is ready to actually charge people 200 USD for fishing activities around his land. But he's not ready to have the in-laws come and enjoy life. He complained so much yesterday about Serengeti, the fees they are charging there, and all that. And I'm like, hey, relax. Relax.
If you are not a good fisherman, it means you may pay $200 and not enjoy a fish because you didn't know how to fish.
Treasure.
Anyway, guys, back to this other side of the area. This yes. They should be able to do very well. Let us go on. I'm asking them if they sit like that, when will we finish? Emmanuel. Oh, here, I shouldn't step here because there's a stick, there's a marker. So guys, we're here, we are trying to work very hard to plant hay. I think I should order more packets. 2, 3, 4. Go there and check. And I want to show you the progress the guys are working. We are getting cement. So guys, we are getting cement from Jana walikuwa hapo. But in other countries, even men can't sleep in this. Me, I grew up sleeping with my uncles, it was so normal together. But going out there, I realized every man for himself, because outside there, the world is weird. You know?
The world is weird out there. So Gitriba's house is shaping up slowly by slowly, but the donators are limited. And yesterday he said that whoever wants to donate can donate, whoever doesn't want will not. Okay, I'm just waiting for this part. I don't know. Where is this? MArWA did mourn, and I'm just looking at this. Where is this? Just give me some little moment. But if I don't get it, of course, you've seen how Rocio mourned the death of RIO. MArWA should possibly also did mourn, only that I'm not finding that part. I don't know whether it was still in Rocio's video or elsewhere. Maybe, but I know people have talked about it. People have talked about it already, and I'm not so sure where. All right, as I've told you, I was so busy during the day celebrating here and there, so I didn't get time to check on this. But let me just use somebody's reaction to check on what was happening.
That's crazy. I thought it was Ernesto. Yes, Alice Queen, I think so. If not Ernesto, then Mayani. I don't know. I have no idea. But it's related to them. The fish pond on. I'm going to bring in fish here and start feeding them. Mogezi's family. It was Ernesto. So this being and bull.
Next, come and say here.
I don't think you can expect anything else. No. Also died because of negligence.
Negligence, indeed.
Someone cannot really take care of the cows, the donkeys, and horses.
Yeah, so I'm checking on that video, but I'm not so sure which one.
It only needs some, it only needs some proper strategy. Make sure the horses are in good conditions, and maybe even they're living there with you.
Yeah, so I think from my knowledge, I'm so sure that MArWA maybe may sack those who are those trainers. Okay, they may sack those trainers because they may think that they were the problem, but the problem is far off from that. Okay, and I think the necessary thing here is MArWA should just learn to take good care of horses. As from what I've heard, even Rocio testifying, they are not informed about how to take good care of the horses, and also they delay. I don't know why they always delay on medication, even of their own children. I remember there's a time that Rocio actually came from Europe, and the child was congested. Yeah, she actually took a lot of time before she went to hospital. And maybe they are trying to practice the same thing with animals, which is not good. Because you are saying that maybe some people think that even the reason why the horse also died, it was feeding them on what we call fondering, and that caused the green grass or too much carbohydrates and such things on the horses. Those are things they are supposed to research and find the reality about, okay? Yeah. And before even bringing these other horses, are they ready for it? That's the question I'm still asking. Anyway, Dimwango in Poland, how about it? So we saw a video. Dimwango did a video on, I think it's 1 day ago, before Saturday, I think. She did a video saying that she was with the mother-in-law and was asking who is supposed to occupy the front seat. Let's just play it.
You like which ones? The black ones. You like the black ones? These ones, we have them at home in white. Not so good. I love these ones. Look at these ones. Wow. They look so good.
Wow.
Really beautiful whites. In Europe, you get everything you think about.
In Nyaboanza, you get everything you want. Again, in Europe, you get everything you
Show
want.
much of him until when he's comfortable. Then you guys will get to see him. For now, let's enjoy. So we are day. So, oh, coffee's here. Tea's here for me already. Wow. Let's make breakfast before we go to church. There are so many soup.
Bethsaida. Bethsaida Gasha doesn't know what YouTubers are out doing. The only thing they talk about is family. And yet the families are making money. And they have great supporters. So what is your worry? What? So if he earned in a legal way, are we talking about money earned? Bethsaida Gasha, you haven't heard me talking about money. Whether he earned legally or illegally, that is his baggage. But when it comes to the caring of the RIO that ends up in doom, you people should be bright enough to go advise them. Because even if you come here and watch and drop your messages, you'll not stop me from doing what I'm gonna do. If those people, or even you are listening to some advice we give, that RIO would be alive. But you didn't listen. You didn't even want to pay attention to what critics are doing. You know, all you do is you think that those people are talking, they are talking about family, but we talk about matters, okay? Yeah, and we see very far. We see very far. My connection is not poor. And if it was poor, you wouldn't be seeing what I'm doing, all right? And even if it is poor, go to hell. But Zaida, your name even looks like something in the Bible of a very wrong character. Okay. But Zaida, you finally watched all of them. You don't have anyone to watch more, and you now come here to talk to me about connection is poor and what have you. Even with poor connection, you know, the moment I begin to attract your attention, it means there is something I'm communicating, okay? Yeah. So you better just keep off, because even if you come, you will not stop me from doing whatever I want to do. Whether they earn their money legally or not, I don't give a damn. But I have to give a damn about neglecting RIO until he dies, neglecting the baby and leaving the baby on the stairs, going to cry about what they would have done and saved RIO. You see? Those are things you should be advising your members about, okay? I'm not mad at anybody. You are the one who is mad at anybody. That's why you're coming here to drop comments after comments. And I welcome you to drop as many as possible. Drop even 10 tonight. And tomorrow don't forget to drop and go to the other videos. Go to the other reactions I've done and drop more. Okay? I welcome you to the house, Gasha Batzaida. Okay. Negligence in the house. Go tell your bosses to stop neglecting animals, even neglecting their children, okay? Yeah, and crying only after they have messed up everything. Because why do you see those dramas and you don't comment about them, but you come to drop comments here because you feel like you can stop anybody from doing anything? You will not. And even if there are 2 people or 1 watching, but Zaida, that is the beauty of reaction. Even if it's 1 person watching or 2, I don't give a damn. Even if it's 1 person watching or 2, that is my pill, not your pill. You can open your channel and begin having as many people watching as possible. For me, even if no one is watching, my niche is reaction. And because I don't do praise and worship like you, I cannot stand just having so many people watching me lying and lying and lying. Okay? Yeah, thank you. You can go and sleep if it's night. I don't know. Yeah, so guys, looking at Dimwango, okay, and asking where the mother-in-law would sit. It's quite funny, right? Very funny. And now in her video, she said, in this video, she said that the boyfriend will only be ready to show his face. But from what I know, she said earlier that the boyfriend doesn't have a problem with showing the face. And in fact, so many people have already seen that face. They are not interested anymore. Maybe her subscribers are. But for us, we are not interested in that face because we already saw it numerous times. She can keep blackmailing her followers like Bazaida and telling her, we will show the face when we have reached 500,000 subscribers. But for us, all we care about is what is her current reaction or action. And then we pick the breadcrumbs from her bread, okay? And therefore, that is why Gasha will keep sitting here and trying to digress, or rather divert our attention, and we shall not. So let's go on with the drama in Poland. The drama in Poland. And finally, we'll be getting the drama from Davy Jr.
Krishna means delicious. I met the ex and she approves. When mother-in-law approves, this is jam. Yeah.
Nie, buraczki.
Dziękuję.
Powiedz jej, że to buraczki, a nie dżem.
Beetroot, nada dżem.
Okay, beetroot not jam. Okay. Okay, that's another way to eat the beetroot. Okay.
Beetroot in vinegar.
Okay. All right. She says it's so delicious.
So after that, we get to the vehicle and we have to ask, do you sit in front or the back? What a question. I would wish Petero would ask that, okay?
Who should sit at
But
the
anyway,
front,
why
me
do you
or your
think
mom?
she asked? Now that Gasha, you are here, why do you think she asked? Now that you know so much.
Your mom should sit at the front. What? Because does it matter? Should be me. What? Ask her who should sit at the front.
To na przodzie powinien siedzieć. Ona czy ty?
Nie, ona.
Me?
Wy jak jesteście przyjaciółmi. Mama jest po prostu już tak troszkę z boku.
I'm fixing my hair. She says me, I should sit at the front because you're a couple. In Africa, the mother wants to sit at the front.
Really? So what a comparison. So you are comparing Poland, where a couple should sit in front, a couple in quotes, and Poland, where the mother sits at the back. Ask yourself why this is happening. Anyway, if it's not a script, why is it happening? Is it the culture? As I asked earlier on, I need somebody who knows Polish culture to come on the streets and tell us if what is we are seeing here is actually the Scotland or Poland culture. Because we keep following her as a traveler, we want to know the culture of different places. So is that culture or is it only individualized in the context of her thought? That as a couple, you sit in front in Poland. What a reaction, okay? And then, let's say this.
She feels special. We headed to church, guys. Come with us. We are matching the coats. Huh? Tak, yeah?
Tylko nie masz szaliczka.
Oh, the scarf.
Left the scarf.
I left the scarf because I was in a hurry. Quick.
Będzie zimno.
Baby, come on, trust me.
Cold.
No, I'm okay. Yeah, okay. Come with us to church, guys. Fast.
Okay, first day in church, right? And matching of the coats, right? Fekere, Beth is very sick and tired and she's still watching. I'm like, what the hell is this? Because she's complaining and complaining, and I'm waiting for her to create a channel so that I go watch her as she praises and worships. For me, I can't do praise and worship. Oh my God. Bethsaida. The name looks like Bethsaida in the Bible. And she should go read about who Bethsaida is in the Bible. Because she expects me to go praise and worship, and I won't do that. Whether they are making millions, they are just desperate with their millions. Very desperate. She can actually see that the moves that Dimwango is making in Poland are desperate moves. She actually wants to find herself a space that, I don't know, maybe once she gets her space, she will know. What about this boss who has millions but cannot take care of a child, even a baby? Staircases have to be brought by people, you know. A horse has to be fed or treated by people. If not, it passes on, you know. A villa has to be taken care of outsiders. If not, it is, we saw Rocio saying that it's stinking and they have to open the windows. I'm like, but that villa has been having people all through. How do you allow it to stink? You know? Now, I saw this kind of cake, and the cake was having a bee. And I was like, what the hell is happening here? This is a bee, not a fly, right? Right there. Okay? Right in Poland. And I was like, what the hell is happening? What the hell is happening? A cake that has a bee, I've never seen. Because I've not seen honey right there, so I don't know why there is a bee. Why the hell we have a bee on a cake? So according to Bethsaida, it's about money, 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 money. Okay.
After church, maneno.
Mm-hmm.
Jenks. Thank you. Thank you.
So the going to church was just from church to the road. We were not shown inside the church.
Such a fun.
Okay. And we came back to the Mishka.
So delicious.
How do you say in Swahili?
Tamu sana.
Tamu sana.
Yeah.
Herbatka malinowa.
All right. So,
Also.
Yeah. We read everything for us. Iska, say hello. Isak. Okay, guys, good morning. And guess who made breakfast?
Exactly.
My boyfriend made breakfast today, and this is so sweet of him. We're having tea.
Oh, so Fekere is saying that they told her no. I'm sure she learned how to edit quick. Oh, so possibly they did not allow the showing about the church, or maybe she was scared that in church it was possible that maybe some elements we shouldn't see will be shown. Possibly. Fekere is also saying the one that was eating grass because he was possessed. Uh, so funny. Yeah, so, I'm just looking at this Poland life and it's a bit boring. The Poland life is a bit boring. And I don't know what we have to think about, but let's see this.
Wow, I wonder how many I can do. Maybe next it will be my turn.
Your back is straight, very good.
Yeah, it has to. Guys, I cannot manage more. I will try. Tomorrow I'll be in my workout gym and we're gonna try. These are good weights. 1 kg. Wow, we're gonna keep fit. I'm really
We're gonna keep fit. We're gonna keep fit. Hey, really desperate for try and try and try. Okay? My goodness.
105. 106. Yeah?
baby, what a lie. 106.
200.
Okay, guys. What are we about to do? Yes.
Okay, eggs and eggs and eggs and eggs. Eggs in the house. Let's finally get to David Jr. David Jr. actually came out in his video talking about Brian going back to hospital. And I was like, why should he go back to hospital? We have not had even evidence about the previous moment of Brian being in hospital. And now we are getting to another video and he's talking about Brian is going back to hospital. And I didn't understand because after surgery, I did not expect that David Jr. would be having, Brian in moments whereby there's a lot of noise like celebration, people, getting, emotional. But then he did so with a lot of celebration at grandma's, at Brian's, at wherever, okay? And the fact of we got attacked and all that, I was like, what is this? Now, 3 hours ago, he posted a video telling us that he had no choice but to take Brian back to hospital. I was like, okay, so what is happening in the house? So let's just see this. Let him tell us why he's taking Brian back to hospital.
They always try to cook stories. If they can't use our name, they can't put food on their table. And extent whereby even others lied on their haters. Because personally, I do believe those who follow the haters, they are haters too. Now they always cooking up their stories, like we faked the surgery, I don't know what. I have prove on them. But since Brian he has fully recovered, actually right now he's doing so well. We are going to the hospital. He'll be removed the strings, okay? And I just want to share with you just a snippet how he undergone the surgery that you can get to understand. Like for sure, it wasn't easy. Brian Wepa, let's go.
Okay, we don't actually pray for sickness for anybody. But sometimes there are just some corner when they happen. That is why people keep asking. So all the time when Brian was in hospital, people didn't see any video from the hospital. And then Nyabohanse individuals came up with a story. And we were just asking if David Jr. knows that there is no lie in this. Hasn't he come out with a video or something? Now finally he has come to respond, even if he's saying that he doesn't have anything to prove. When you look at today's video about I had no choice but to rush Brian back to hospital, it's clearly a response back, okay? It's a response back. And you can clearly see that this was a response. And let's just see here.
Okay, come. Remove the Marvin. Right now you are, yeah. I don't want to show you that much, but I'll just brush the camera quick and fast. Okay, move the knee. All right, you see, guys. Actually, right now it looks so good. Come here. Actually, it's visible. You can see, guys. Go around. You can see. For those who have eyes, they can see. It wasn't easy. They have seen by themselves. That's enough. Now, for those who have been, Davy, surgery you faked, I don't know what. Shame on them. Shame on them. You think these are things of maybe bringing jokes or something? People, they are just wicked.
The reason why people said it's not about being wicked, they only wanted to be sure. Because, as long as people like Bethsaida are saying they make money genuinely, of course they make some money genuinely, not all. And therefore, people are just making those stories because of what had been happening. No openness had been around that. And we know that these people, they normally expose everything, almost everything in their life. So people are like, why haven't they exposed some part of this? Anyway, and at the end of the day, you can see, after you expose like this, then they keep quiet. So Daud Fagzon of Somaliland, how is Somali? Yeah, so he said about rushing Brian back to hospital, and I was like, what urgency? Because he's saying he's healing.
For those who have truly believed in me, I say thank you. For the haters, I don't want even to speak anything. Okay, Brian Vapor.
Yes.
Please say hello now.
Hello, my good people.
How are you doing, Vapor?
I'm doing fine. That's fine. I'm okay. I'm well recovered, yeah.
You thank God.
I thank God.
So right now, you ready to go back to your work?
Yeah, I'm ready to go back to the
Kitchen department?
Yes.
Oh, you want to go back to the kitchen department?
Because I have so
So it's time for you to go back to your work.
Yeah.
Are you for real?
I'm for real.
So right now, even you can go in the...
So Brian in this video is saying he's ready to go back to work. On the other side, David Jr. has indicated that he has no choice but to rush Brian back to hospital. So I'm confused. I'm like, what exactly is happening? I'm not so sure about that. Because I thought when somebody has been operated on, as I shared already earlier in one video, they are supposed to be given a duration like maybe 1 month or 2 to rest before they can go back to work. Okay?
Lots of people, they were very, very confused. They didn't understand it. But today, you've seen by yourself. You've seen by yourself. It was serious. For those fake people, shame on you. Wait one of you go through surgery, you'll get to understand even it's not something that it's laughable, I was so upset, guys, honestly. Those are one of my hardest moments.
Okay, so I've not seen the part of rushing, but he just went for checkup possibly and came back ready to go and cook at grandma. Anyway, did anybody laugh about this? Only that people came up to say that he had faked, but I don't know. It is what it is. Nyabohanse has all possibilities. And so many people thought about this and that and that. So it is what it is. So guys, we are coming to an end. I really appreciate those who came to watch Fekere, Daud, and even Bethsaida. Even Bethsaida. Vey, Peter, Benjamin, Kelly, and anybody else in the house. I really appreciate. Have a good night. As I go to sleep till tomorrow, reaction must continue. Even if 0 person is watching, it must continue. Bye-bye.